My name is Heather Anderson, and this is my animal communication breakthrough.
Heather, thanks for joining us today. Why don't you tell me how this all started for you?
Well, about 5 years ago, I had a cat that had gotten sick, and I couldn't seem to find any answers from the vets I had been to. And so I started to seek other ways of getting information. And it was kind of through her sickness that she led me to understand that animal communication is an actual thing. I really didn't know it was a thing at that point, although I think in my teens I had understood that dolphins had some ability to communicate, but I didn't realize that it was a thing with anybody else. So I started researching as much as I could, and I found a communicator for her. And I think even then, I didn't know that it was something I could do. So the more I read, the more I understood that I was supposed to be able to do this, and anybody was supposed to be able to do this. So I got on a path to find the right way to do it. Took a while though.
Does that mean you took a class or read books?
Well, after the books were not very successful because a few reasons. One, I didn't practice like they told you because I didn't have anyone to practice with.
Uh,
At the time, it was very difficult to even admit to anyone that I thought this was a thing. So I didn't have a partner. So I couldn't check and see if my intuition was working properly. So after I realized I actually had to put real effort into it, I signed up for a class online, and it was a very good class, but it was not a good class for me
yes.
because I didn't get out of it what I needed to get out of it.
hmm So that probably led to lots of frustration or more frustration. What were your challenges at that point then?
Well, besides really being confused because I thought I was a fairly intelligent person, and if all these books were telling me I should be able to do this, then why couldn't I do this? And it took finding the right teacher. So I kept looking, I kept watching videos, and I realized that there was somebody who I resonated with, or who resonated with me in some way, where her methods were fun, and I won't even say lighthearted. It just kind of spoke to me in a way where she let me make fun of myself, where humor played a big part in the learning, where also learning to not take myself so seriously, learning the vulnerability part of it. I think that's the biggest thing in this kind of work. You need to be vulnerable. You need to be okay not knowing if you're right all the time. You can't expect to be right all the time. So it was that kind of person that made me start to truly believe in myself. I really immersed myself in those classes and met people that I could practice with and did a lot of Zoom things with them. So I've got friends all over the world now, basically from animal communication. But that was definitely it. My logical mind still sometimes comes in and infects what I'm doing, but with proper energy management, I can get back to where I need to be.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so interesting how when you just find what is right for you and everything just opens up, it seems that you wouldn't think it would work that way. What this is a successful method. Why wouldn't it work for somebody else? But as you've proven and others have, it's really so personal.
It really is. I think all methods work, but they definitely work differently for different people.
Yes.
And what I found to work for me, it always works. Sometimes it works better than others, and sometimes I need a little boost, and I need to go back. I still go back and watch webinars and listen to classes that I took because there are things that will resonate later. Kind of like in a reading, when you tell somebody, it may not make sense right now. So even those classes, there were pieces that I had to go back to and pick up later.
hmm and where did all this lead you? What do you do?
Well, as of a year ago, I became a professional practitioner. So I am doing this professionally. It's still a side job for now. I'm hoping that it will take me a little farther, and I just hope to keep learning. I love intuitive work. I would like to be working a little bit with people as well, maybe do some intuitive coaching, because I feel, or at least in the methods that I use, it's a type of animal communication that we also connect with the human and learn about the lessons that the animal is teaching the human. So I'm already doing human work, but I feel like the people get a lot out of it, that part of the reading. So I kind of want to dive a little bit more into that as well, because it's fun and it's therapy, and it's been pretty helpful. So keep using it, using my animal Reiki for shelter animals and helping them get adopted, and try to get the word out that animal communication is a really good way to help your pets,
Hmm.
or as many people as I can possibly reach. So
Hmm.
that is my goal
And
moving forward.
again, it's great that you're taking this and using it in your with your own style. You're transforming this skill into something that's uniquely yours and something that you offer by taking these tools over here and these methods over here and your interests and just kind of funneling them all into this one awesome service that you're offering the world.
Yeah, it'll get to the point where I won't understand what I'm offering. It'll be just a big ball of what you need.
But you'll be happy.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm
It
so
will.
happy that you have arrived at this point after the struggles and the doubts, and you're here. You made it.
Thank you so much for having me.